Today I'd like to show you my most recent purchase of a rental house that we're fixing up to rent. This is Rick Jarman, Real Estate Investing Old School. This house was on the market for $39,000. I bought it for $29,000. I told them I'd give you $29,000 cash. I used my method of all I wanted was a deed, title insurance, and prorated taxes. Now this house, the last mortgage on it was in 2006. It was $74,500. When these people lost it into foreclosure, they had a balance owed of $42,000. When I'm through with this house, I plan to put $7,000 in it, fixing it up. It's a little 3-bedroom, 1-bath brick house. I actually own a house right up the street. It will rent for $775 a month. My payment on it would be $307.01, principal and interest. I deduct my payment from the rent on this house, I should have $469 and some change positive cash flow. And that's not counting the taxes and the insurance, it's principal and interest. But it's a good little house. Like I said, it's just a good little cash cow. So let's take a look at the house and see what we think. Still need to sand the floors and fix that, but this is just a little living room here. We come in, we put nothing fancy, just a little light. Paint everything up. Going into the kitchen. We have a laundry room here. We've installed ceramic tile. We have painted the cabinets. We're going to leave the cabinets in. And for right now, we're going to leave these tops in. We've got a new hood vent, and we'll furnish the stove. That's the only appliance that we'll furnish. But it's got ceramic tile floor. And let's move to the next room. We've got working on a problem with a light right here. Trying to get it working. Little bedrooms, nothing fancy. But like I said, just a good solid little house. This house, like I said, hadn't been cleaned yet, and it was a foreclosure. We put ceramic tile in the bathroom here. We always do ceramic tile. Keep the maintenance down. And here's, I would guess you would call this one the master bedroom. Painted up, nothing fancy, nice little light. But it's just the way we do it. This is the third bedroom. Third bedroom, basically the same thing. Just, we don't, nothing fancy. Just basic lights, we don't do ceiling things. Things like that are just something to tear up that you have to take care of. But anyway, I'll give you a little tour of the house here. Now this house, like I said, it's a good little cash cow. Alrighty. Now what I'll do with this house, when I get through, I'll take what I paid for the house. I will take all the repairs. You know, we've estimated $7,000. We paid $29,000. You know, we got a few closing costs. We've already talked with the bank. When we're through, we go to the bank and we'll get our cash that we paid for the house back. We'll get our repair costs back, because the appraisal, see, once you own the house, it's different than when you go to the bank, say, I want to buy this house, and they tell you, well, you got to put 20% down, 15%, whatever. In this case, I already own the house, so it's a refi. Well, they'll take this house, they'll appraise it, and say it appraises now for $75,000. I've only got, you know, $37,000 in it plus some closing costs. I just want to borrow my $37,000 and get my money back, and I'll go to the next one. As you can see, this house is nothing fancy. We got to put some shutters back on it. House was built in the 70s. Just a little 3-bedroom, 1-bath house. It has approximately 960 square feet in it. I thought I'd give you a little quick recap on the house we looked at there, the little rental house I'm fixing up. When that house appraises for $75,000 or thereabouts, but I think 75 is realistic. Could be a little more, but let's say it's $75,000. As I told you, I have $37,000 in it. You know, I bought the house, $29,000 cash. I told them just give me a deed, title insurance, and prorate the property taxes. And that's all. I made it easy on them. If you've watched some of my YouTubes, you know, I tell you, try to make your contracts as simple and clean as you can. The less they have to fix or do or pay, the better off you are. So anyway, I told them I'd take the house for, you know, the $29,000. Give me those three things. Didn't have to fix nothing. I'd take it just as it was. So okay, got the house. I've got it bought. We finished it up. When it's finished, the house appraises for $75,000. The bank would loan me up to 80% of that $75,000 because remember, it's a refi. You know, I'm not buying it, so I don't have to pay anything down already on it. So they'd loan me, you know, 80%, and a couple of my banks will loan 85, but let's just call it 80. They'll loan me 80% of that $75,000. Well, if you do the math, that's $60,000. I could pull more money out of it if I wanted to, but I don't. I just want to get my $37,000 back and some closing costs and then go on to the next house. I want to keep my payment, you know, at the numbers I told you earlier where I got a good cash flow. But that's the thing about it. If you wanted to get more out of a deal like this and cash more money out, I could. It's all whatever your situation is at the time. But anyway, I just want to kind of give you that little breakdown so you fully understood what we're trying to do. So I borrowed that. I've got my money back and go to another house. You know, not everybody will have $29,000 you can go pay down cash like I did, and that's just the way it worked out that time. Sometimes I don't. But when you don't, you can always use a private money lender, you know, that'll give you the money to go buy it. Same thing, you know, or you can another bank and borrow it, then, you know, you redo it and do all these things and get your money back. And I think a lot of y'all watch the Bigger Pockets podcast. I've seen a few of those myself, and I think the word they're using is what they call it, the BRRRR method. You know, it's nothing new. I've been doing that same method for 35 years. But it's, you know, and they'll tell you it's not new. That's just the name they gave it, and it's a good name. You know, I like that, but that's what it is. You just buy it, fix it up, rent it, and repeat, and then you go to the next one. And that's what we do, and that's how we did it, and been pretty successful at it. Well, this is Rick Jarman, real estate investing old school, and I hope this has been helpful to you. Until the next YouTube, we'll see you down the road. Have a good day.